This is my little DIY project to build a reptile enclosure for my ball python, and then actually make it into something else. It'll be a bookshelf. On the back of my truck here are 4 sheets of the melamine stuff you can get at Home Depot, cut up in the sizes I need. Some of it's actually extra. I didn't leave none of the scrap behind because I'll use that as well. What I'm building in here is I kind of got drawn out. This piece here will be the enclosure for my ball python, and these other sections will be basically a giant bookshelf, display shelf, whatever, however we want to use it. It's going in my living room. Give me some more book space shelf. It's also modular, as in each section will be come off the top one. I have here all the stuff, or most of the stuff I need. It's kind of my little list of what I'm doing. I got a 24-inch under cabinet LED light to go in the enclosure, and you can add to it another light if you want. These are a little bit expensive, but should last a lot longer. Don't have to worry about changing the fluorescent bulb in it. And then, like I said, it's you can connect more than one. So if I want another one, it comes with a cable or they all do, so you can string them in a line. My tile. This will be cut into the floor in the enclosure. Actually, it's 2 tiles. Give me a hot spot, or kind of a heated floor with some under tank heaters, UTHs. Those will be underneath the tile, so they won't be trying to heat all the way through that melamine or however. I don't have yet is the glass that I want to put in here. I hadn't decided how I want to do that yet. And then the thermostat and a heat panel. I'm going to put a heat panel in here as well, because these dimensions are pretty big. This is 5 by 2 by 18, so it's pretty huge. My snake will probably get lost in it, but oh well. It's kind of made that in the event that we ever get another ball python, I'm build after quarantine or whatever, put them in here and have 2, and they'll have plenty of room. This is kind of the beginning. I have my ball python's currently in a 46-gallon bow front tank, and she could probably stand that a little bit longer, but I'm getting tired of replacing the light bulbs in it. That for the light system I have on it, and it's getting to be a pain because of those bulbs. And I live out in the middle of nowhere, and power spikes kill those bulbs even on a surge protector. Like a 2-pack of those bulbs are like $26. So instead of buying more bulbs, I sunk the money into building a new enclosure. Oh, the other thing I don't have is we'll probably paint it so it won't be melamine white. Paint it more to fit the room. Of course, I don't have the paint yet. That'll be later on, probably the last step after it's all finished. I said it was modular. I don't have them yet, but I know where they are. They're at Lowe's. The little shelving pins are like little pins, round little pins that usually shelves sit on. They'll be on the vertical in between the sections and help hold them together. This section, and this section, they don't have, or this one will be basically one of these upside down, because these won't have a top piece. The bottom piece of the next piece up will serve as the roof. And then I kind of sketched in, you can see that right here. I'm going to cut some short pieces to put on the vertical to help support the bottom shelf, so I won't have any sagging. And then this is kind of drawn in with maybe a face to match, kind of like this, except for this, because this will be a lip for the glass that goes in here, so that way any substrate I have in there won't fall out. Anyway, I'm gonna put it might be one big video or a couple videos put together, but this will be my project, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to build it as I do it, but I'll build it and then come back and show what I've done. So, got one shelf done. Yeah, it's huge. But that's my dimensions, because it's gonna be made to hold a bunch of books and whatever we put on it. this will be probably the bottom one. It'll be, of course, like I said, it's modular, so this is one section. Only thing I got left that I'll probably do is put some bracing in from the top all the way across on the vertical for the shelf above to have something to rest on and not bow. I got those pieces over here that I need to cut. You see the iron I glued on the edging. That's right there. Wasn't too bad gluing that on. Once you got the feel of how to do it. Next time I'll probably glue it on before I fasten all this together, because it's giving me the edgings, the difference in the thickness of the edgings. You can tell a little bit, but the outside will be painted. So once we get them together and paint them, the outside whatever color we want, and then that'll kind of tie it up a little bit better. But so far, other than Home Depot's inability to cut pieces, I made it work. It was working with this large stuff. It was kind of a pretty big learning curve, or not learning curve, but I had to stop for a minute and figure out how to, like that back wall, get it on there. So I took a siding, screwed that together to for stability, and then got the back piece where I wanted it, drilled the pilot holes, and then screwed it into place. And this is my first attempt working with liquid nails, so you can kind of see a little bit of cleanup I got. I might caulk that just to get rid of the seam, and that'll help cover up the liquid nails coming out. This side you can see it was a little bit better, because once I figured out what I was doing, since I've never messed with liquid nails, I got it more to the outside edge and then immediately cleaned it up after I was done. So that way it was not much of a mess to, or got the excess off, not much of a mess to deal with. And you can see where I brought the edging up and folded it over right here to give me a little bit, but kind of an edge. It doesn't flex very well. There might be a way to do it, but just to help out. So that's piece one done. So 4 more to go. All right, this one's done. I put the pieces in the top, as you can see. So I'm finished with that one. That'll help give me these up here. Help give me these braces up here. Will help give me the support for the shelf above, so I don't have any sag or anything. I'm in the middle of the one I'm actually gonna make a cage. I got the 3 walls up, a hole in the floor for the ceramic tile and the UTH or whatever, the tank heater. I had fun with a router and a skill saw. As you can see, I had the skill saw jump on me and make a little cut, but I'll fix that with the silicone. So I have white silicone. I had took a router makes your corners rounded, so I took my Dremel with the cutting bit and the depth thing. Where is it? Here it is. This piece here. And I cut out the corners square so that the tile would fit in. And it fits pretty snug, so I'll silicone all that, make it waterproof. The only thing left now is to work on the front part, which is to measure it all out and cut the opening for the glass. And then out of one of these, I'm going to cut a support, maybe 2. I do need to order my heat panel to go on the top of the cage, so I know where I want to mount my support beam going across from this side to that side. Anyway, on to that. Alright, I got my front piece cut out so I can install the glass, and everything went pretty well. Marked it off, took the skill saw, slowly did my lines. At my corners I had to take my jigsaw and break where the skill saw wouldn't get, since it's meeting at an intersection, and I didn't want to go past and have skill saw marks running out. But I also went ahead, and you can see the edging hanging off there, glued that on. I gotta trim that. Anyway, put it on there and screw it on and get it set. And only thing left would be the roof, and the roof supports. But pretty much I'm at a standstill until I get my heat panel, get that all plumbed in. I didn't note, something to note is the bottom where I made the hole for the under tank heater. I gotta take the router, and I'm gonna route some channels out the back and maybe the side to allow airflow to get in there. And one of them, of course, will be for the power cord, so that it sits flush. I hadn't done that yet. I probably have to get some help to flip that thing over. It's pretty big. So, alright, my second shelf is done, or will be done here shortly. Most of the way done. My iron's heating up there so I can put on the melamine edging. I went ahead and put it together because I'm about out of the edging, and I don't know how far I'll get with that. You can see what little I have left there. I can get some more. I got I'm using some kind of plexiglass from Lowe's. Got my hardware there for it. The cage is pretty together. The front's still not attached. It's attached with screws, but not permanently, so I can take it apart and work on it. Here I got my tracking, or what I'm going to use from tracking. It's just half-inch U-shape aluminum. I did real quick pick up some countersink drill bits, which I really like, because let me see here. I countersunk all these screws for when I paint on this piece. I'll probably go back on that other one and countersink a bunch of some of those, especially those side ones you can see right there for the cross beam. 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. Actually, those are somewhat. I did those with a drill bit and didn't like how that turned out. So, but I picked up when I went and got the stuff for the glass, I got me some countersink drill bits. So they're working out nice. So now we'll finish the cross beams or supports, whatever you want to call them, on this one. Alright, we're getting close. I got them all stacked together. The top one's offset though, because I've been working on it. And this is just a kind of a test fit to fix any problems I might have. I've still got a couple things to do. You can see I can put in the heat panel. I got my doors installed. That was fun. 2 sheets of plexiglass. I had the plexiglass in there and then was cutting it for the lock to fit, and forgot about a 1/2 inch and messed it up. So the piece with the blue film on there is a new piece, which I should have went to where I got that, because that was a whole lot cheaper than buying it at Lowe's. Heat panel showed up, sitting on the top. Mine came with a little dent there and there, but according to Pro Heat or Pro Products, that's okay. My Herpstat 2 came in. That's in the house. I got one of the cords over there. Let's see. Setting up to install my light. My holes are drilled for my roof. Thanks to Home Depot cutting, it's not exactly square, so I'm having a little bit of an edge here. But we're gonna paint this, and I think I'm gonna fill this in with wood filler sand it so it's a little bit smoother. You can see I got a spot to fix there too. One interesting thing I want to show is my tracking here. It's just a piece of the edge channel, and I wanted to be able to take my glass in and out. So there's metal in here, the flat metal. If I can find a piece of it. Some what I cut. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. There's a section. I went and got this flat metal, and in my lower track, I have it stacked too high to give me just a small lip down here. That way, my doors will lift up into my upper track, and I can take them out. So then I'll have the whole opening. And that way, like for cleaning day or whatever, instead of sliding doors back and forth, I can lift up, take them out, and not have to worry about them until I need to put them back. So that was with this, I got the 36-inch length, put it in, cut another one to size, put that one in, and then put another 36-inch, and then cut the other one to size so they're staggered. I know it's hard to see, but there's the separation right there. And then the other one is over on the other side underneath the top layer. And that gives me the this kind of higher surface in here to be able to lift up my glass to into here. So, or not glass, plexiglass. So I know that looks crappy right there, but the film is still on the plexiglass. So, and of course on the other side. Anyway, if you have a glass company, I do recommend near you, I would say get your products there, because when you figure out your dimensions, you can have them cut it. They cut it the edges better. You'll have to figure out the thickness though. They only had 1/8 and 1/4, and whereas Lowe's has kind of in between the two, which I like that thickness, but for the slide and track deal, but like when I had my lock on, it was pretty tight in between the two pieces, and then I figured out I had to, when I messed up and had to go get another piece because I cut it too short. But anyway, it happens. As they say, measure twice, cut once. Well, I measured twice, but the wrong measurement usually helps to know that last 1/2 inch. But anyway, not much longer. Hope to get it finished, clean it up, and then do some paint prep, and then we'll be good. And then the last project will probably be, I'll probably put this in the room, but I'm going to build a base to jack that bottom shelf up off the floor. As you can see, I can get it sitting on cardboard right now, though. So. All right, back to work. All right, well, I got it done. I got it painted. I had to go back and strip where I filled in on the enclosure with some wood filler, and sand it and repaint that to make it a little bit better. It's okay, but I ran out of time, so I had to get this completed to move in the resident. You can see I'm setting it up. Plants are the fake little plants I had in the other in my tank are down at the bottom. The hooks I use to hang them are setting right now, so I'll hang those up in a little bit. Moving some books over. You can see my all my manuals for being a fireman on top. Some in the first shelf or the middle shelf. Looks pretty clear. I like how the plexiglass turned out. Let's see if it'll show here. There's one. I put my vent holes in my plexiglass. Got 3 in each side. I need to get some new hides because these aren't really made for this. and having to play with where I need my water bowl and temperature and all. It's pretty chilly on the cold side. Not a little colder than I'd like, but um, we'll see how that works out. That's it. It's done. Happy with it. Took a little longer than I wanted, and I didn't get to do a couple things that I wanted, but oh well. I do have the cord pass-throughs. I got 2 of those to put in the shelving units eventually if I ever need to run cords. I need to get a 2-inch hole bit to be able to put those in, but I have them lying around here somewhere to be able to do it. But if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and hopefully I'll get a chance to respond to them. But the last thing, there's somewhat of the base. I don't have light on this thing that I'm recording on, but it turned out pretty good. It's 2x6s, and then see right there, that black sticking out. Those are furniture pad slides from Lowe's, and as heavy as this thing is, I can slide it on those because I had it pulled out to do all the power or connect all the cords in the back. That's another thing real quick is I got my timer and a power surge protector. I gotta mount those so they're not just hanging out on the floor looking like a pile of mess. But let's see. I guess I can show the night lights on. So I'll do that real quick, and that'll pretty much be it. Alright, I got the night lights on, or what I use. It's an accent light kit from Lowe's. I have mine set up to be on blue when it turns on. It has a ton of colors that I think about 6 colors you can choose from. It has a feature that I'll turn it on like if you had it hooked to an outlet that was controlled by a wall switch. So I got it into that mode. I had to do it on a wall switch or a outlet connected. I was trying to do it on the originally on my power strip, and it wouldn't do it. But then some reason when I did it on the followed directions and set it up on the outlet, it switched over. And then once it did that, it would work on the power strip, and I'm also tested it on my timer for when I have the lights come on. I run these. Of course, when it gets dark, they'll be on from like 7 p.m. to 11. I think I got it set, and then it comes on at 5 a.m. Goes to 7, and then the night lights will kick in. But some of the primary colors are like green, blue, red. There's white. I think a pink color and a yellow, I believe. And then it's got a couple different modes where it changes colors and does stuff with sound and stuff like that. But I painted the case a blue color, so made it the lights come on in blue. So whatever color you have it set on, when it kicks on, it'll go to that color, which is good too. That's a pretty neat kit. The enclosure has the two 15-inch bars, and you can see how it's showing up in the video. I got the one of the 9-inch bars for each of the shelves. I have 2 of the original bars left, the 9-inch that came in the kit over here. It's too dark to see. So, well, that's the night light. I'll probably, I have pictures up on BP ball python forum in the thread I made for making this thing. Thanks for watching.